Well, welcome back. Today we're gonna get the old green bomb turning. Wait, rolling. Um, Gonna go with the Squarebody power steering box on the 67 frame rails. Today we're gonna get it turning. Maybe not today, like I've just got off work. It's late in the evening, but we're gonna get the steering box mounted up. I want to get the steering box mounted up so I can get my drag link adjusted on this side, or actually connected. That way I know where to put my idler arm on that side. Want that drag link running parallel with that cross member. So the way I'm going to do this, a little unorthodox. I know they make 1/4 inch spacers for a 67 to space those out. If you've got a 63 to 66, 60 to 66, I know Captain Fab, he makes an adapter to bolt to the frame or weld to the frame to where you get the newer Borgeson power steering box bolt pattern on it. The 67 already has the bolt pattern on the frame. I'm going to turn the camera around here and show you. So the 67 already has the correct bolt pattern, but the depth for the power steering from a 78 to 83 is not deep enough. And like I was saying, they make a 1/4 inch spacer to space 1/4, 3/8 something to space out the steering box right here and allow room right here for the Squarebody power steering box. Now for where I'm going to cut, I'm going to come about right in the middle of this bend, because as I start hammering this in, it's going to go down and open this gap up. So I'm going to come up about right in the V, and I'm only going to cut about 2.5 inch slot here, and then about a 2.5 inch slot down. And I found the center of this hump by measuring between the bolts on the power steering box, finding the center of the bulge, and about how wide it was. The deepest part will need to be about where the line's at. And we're going to heat this up, so I don't even know if this relief cut here is actually necessary, but we're going to do it to relieve it a little bit, keep from stretching that metal a lot. I'm sure we'll have a little bit of a gap, but we can fill that in when we go to welding it up. So wish me luck. Wish me luck. If you're one of these people worried about your frame cracking, this and that, if you're worried about mine cracking, don't worry about it. Because, if it cracks, I'll weld it back up. When I shortened my son-in-law's 87, a lot of people was like, oh, you should have zigzag cut it. Well, hell, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't zigzag cut them. I did Z-cut my 83 when I shortened it. And I'll be honest with you, I'd much rather straight cut one. Every rollback, tons of semis I know of around home are all straight cut. If you fish plate them right and weld it without putting too much heat in there, you're not going to have any issues. You're not going to have any trouble. So it doesn't bother me to cut this. I'd rather cut it and dimple it than space it out. When you space it out, you're putting more leverage on that steering box. So you've got just as good a chance cracking around here. I don't know that these frames are as acceptable to crack as the Squarebody frames. I'm sure they probably are. I had an 86 Squarebody a couple years ago that I drove nearly daily, and that truck was broke into 14 places and welded back together, and still drove, as good as it did. You had to take it easy. If you got it out in the woods, you could break it again. But so I'm gonna get started, get this cut, get my gas put in the torches, get it heated up. Gonna get it. All right, I've got my cut made. Yeah, a lot of y'all gonna think, man, you earned that truck. Well, according to my dad, I've done earn it anyway. So in the 83 both. Like I said before, he's all about originality. That's why his 50 model's been parked in the barn for 4 years and hadn't been drove. So I am going to get my torches out, start heating this area, and we're just going to start easily hammering all this in, get us a little bit of a dimple created in there. All right, got it heated up, bent in. See if it'll fit now. And I know it won't because it's going to. But we're going to take a cutoff wheel and take a little bit off the front cab bushing also, or cab mount. We'll come right in here and just cut it off and grind it up and try to make it look pretty well factory, maybe. I don't know about how much to take, but I'm going to go about right in here and cut over to right in there some more. Well, I have it dimpled enough as far as depth goes, but down where I quit making my cut, I'm going to have to heat it and dimple it just a little bit more. But I think once I get this all welded back up, ground down, painted, it's going to kind of look like a 68 to 72 frame that has the dimple in it. I've heated, dimpled. Yeah, I mean, it's not the ideal way to do it. I'm going to try to straighten those out just a little bit right in that area right there, just so I've got a good even weld on them. But all in all, you know, I'm happy, and that's all that matters. Don't let a little setback hurt you from your project. Don't let other people talk you into how you want to do your project. And another thing, do a section at a time. This truck, I'm doing a cross member, and like I said, these are getting rebuilt later. That'll be another section. Getting a cross member under it. I'm wanting it where I can roll it and drive it because it's dragging the ground. One wheel was locked up, tires flat. Next step, once I get the steering tied up, I do want to get that so I can move it around, put the old lady in here and let her turn the steering wheel while I pull her around. Next step, we're going to turn it around and cut the bed sides down on it. So anyway, enough of that. I'm going to do some test fitting on this, get the box mounted up here, make sure I'm clearing good, and then we're going to weld that up if everything goes good. We're going to weld it up, grind it down, and smooth it out to the best we can. Try to make it look factory, close to factory, good enough. All right, lift this big heavy honking thing back up there again. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a piece of gum. I've got a bad habit. I've been trying to quit. Trying. Because I can't chew on the back there. I gotta chew on the chewing gum. It ain't quite the same, but it's probably healthier. And that thing is still a little warm. A little warm. Oh, dead gummit. Wrong gear. What was that fell? Got it. Come on. Am I clearing? Am I clearing? It's fitting. I got plenty of clearance. I only got one bolt in it, but I got under it. Can look up through there. It's all clear and good. Had to trim a little off the front core support mount, and it's missing. But when I put my flap wheel on here, I'm gonna clean all this up and kind of round it, make it look factory. Get that done. I'm gonna weld this up real quick, get it all ground down, and be ready to get the pitman arm hooked up. All right, I'm gonna turn in and get this thing welded up. Let me get her ground down, smoothed up a little bit. And that's a pretty good gap to have to weld up. Let me turn my wire speed down just a hair too. So I'm gonna have to just kind of take it easy. I'm gonna make a pass on the outside and we'll come back on the inside with one too. Probably ain't gonna look the prettiest. Filling in that gap. But if it holds, that's all I'm worried about. If it holds, let it cool just a little bit. I'll start back in. That's a pretty wide, probably 3/16 of the gap. I'll let that cool. I'm gonna really turn it up right here and burn this in because I don't have much of a gap for the weld. I do on the inside of the frame, but I want to crank the heat up right here and burn that in pretty hot right here. I've got it turned down a little bit right here because I've got such a gap. I may turn it up a little bit when I come up the back side because this is going to be filled from the front. Got to the top where it's a really good gap. Really good gap. Got it filled, and I'm gonna turn the heat up on the weld. Well, that just looks awful. Got burnt through. All right, so I got it welded up. Got her welded up. Not the prettiest welds, not the best welds, but they should hold. I'm gonna crank it up, turn around and get on the inside, weld the back side up, and turn in and get this ground down, smoothed up a little bit, get some of them bumps out of it. And here it is, welded up, ground down. Don't know if you can tell how big of a dimple's in it, but I'll get the box mounted back up here. Like I said, you can run the spacers, but I just wanted to go this route. I've not ground the back weld down yet. You know, mainly because, like I said, with this frame rail, when it was being out, you space it out. You'll turn sharper to the left by putting the spacers than you will the right. Not that that's a big deal when I'm out on a racetrack zipping around, but this was the route I just kind of wanted to go with it. So it's set up, I should be able to run any 73 to 87 Squarebody steering box. I'm going to temporarily hook the old manual shaft up. I am going to put a tilt column, automatic column in it, and probably going to change this shaft out. We're probably going to build one, put a universal joint in a universal joint, get rid of the rag joints. So I'm going to get this cleaned up, painted up a little bit so it don't flash rust tonight, and get my stuff picked up and come back tomorrow. Going to get the box mounted, get the drag link connected to the pitman arm, and then we'll hop over here and see what we need to do with the idler arm. I'm also going to go ahead and put the temporary, this is all temporary, just want to get my holes drilled. I'm going to get my sway bar bushings put up here, brackets, get the holes drilled for them wherever they need to go, and get them mounted. I know it's about dark, but I think it turned out pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty and good. Good enough. It's gonna clear, plenty of clearance. Get it bolted on tomorrow, get the pitman arm hooked up. That way we can figure out the idler arm position where we need to put it. I'm hoping the factory bracket with the factory standoffs works out on it. Oh, those two bolts right there. Hopefully it will. We shall see tomorrow. Pitman arm off the steering box hooked up to it, and then we can kind of see what's going on over here on the idler arm side. Take the nut off of it. God, that thing is greasy. Greasy. Get this put around here, like so. Get her pretty well lined up where she needs to go. This is just for mock up, by the way. Mocking it up. Just so I can get an idea of where my, like I said, where the, God dang, you stupid thing. Get an idea of where the idler arm needs to reside. Probably scratch some of that $5 paint right there. Alright, so I got the steering box mocked up. Took my idler arm bracket. I didn't mount it, but I've just held it up here. And what I need between here and here is the same distance of the pitman arm on the bottom of the steering box. And by using the factory bracket off of the 67, center to center of hole to hole is going to put me right where I need. I was going to use the 67 idler arm temporarily, but yeah, it's a little too big. So I've got one ordered. I'm going to get it. Hopefully it'll be here in a day or two. So for right now, we're going to turn in. I'm going to get my holes drilled for the sway bar brackets. Well, my pitman, or my idler arm finally came in. So I'm going to be able to use the idler arm bracket from the 67. I may end up having to jack the truck up to get this to move, get the wheel to move where I can get the tie rod in where I need it. But the factory 67 bracket is going to work with the this is 83 to 86 idler arm. Has the big end like the 67. The 67's got bigger tie rod ends on the main drag link here, and I went ahead and ordered a new idler arm to get it to work where I can get the steering hooked up. I've been waiting a few days on it, so I went ahead and ordered the idler arm. I'm gonna end up getting everything else later, like I've mentioned before. We're gonna do the control arms, all new tie rods, wheel bearings, calipers, rotors, but that's gonna be later because I'm thinking it's probably gonna be next summer before I get the truck where I can drive it. So anyway, I'm getting this on there where I can steer the truck and get it pushed in and out of the garage. So I went ahead, and that's the reason I went ahead and got it. And from all the measuring I've done, and I'm going to end up having to jack this side up to get this. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's try it. We'll try it. I'm going to get the drag link side put on, get the nut started on it, and we'll see if I can get it to line up and go into here. I kind of doubt it, but I guess I could take the bracket back loose to keep from having to jack it up. I could mount this to that and then bolt the bracket on. Let's do that. Let's do that. Hello. Do it. Smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey. Oh, come on. Really? Really? There we go. Bolt that back on and get this bolted back on, tighten back up, and we're going to have steering. We'll be able to turn this puppy. Got the Pitman arm off eBay. Came from a place I don't much care for, and I didn't realize that's where it shipped from until it was already shipping. But Detroit Axle and Gear, y'all suck. But it was cheap. Probably end up getting a Mog, however you call it. When I get closer. So I'm not going to tighten these up real tight. Just snug them up a little. Put another Carter pin in it. C-A-R. Carter. Just bend it just a little, just to keep it in there, because like I said, that's all going to come back out. I didn't even tighten those up tight, but there it is. Steering is complete. Get the camera, get it turned around here, show you the whole setup. And there it is. It all turned out really good. Really good. One reason I deal with Chevrolets a lot, Chevrolet GM is known for a lot of interchangeable parts. I mean, you take the bell housing pattern, you can take a bell housing from, you know, the 50s and bolt it to an LS. Ford, you pretty much have to have the make, model, and VIN number of the vehicle. But anyway, it's just like the 50 model GMC over in the barn. Got a T5 5-speed out of a 93 S10 in it. Pretty well bolted right to the bell housing. But anyway, there's the steering, front suspension done. The dimple turned out better than I expected. I'm tickled with it. Like I said, if you're worried about cutting your frame, welding it, they make spacers. Captain Fab, I think is his name. I can't remember his website, but he sells the spacers. He sells some cool brackets to mount all different types of boosters to these trucks. So check him out if you're not interested in slicing and dicing on the frame. Me, we're fixing to cut 20 inches out of the back of this thing, just like my 83, the son-in-law's 87. I don't care to cut and weld one. If you're afraid to cut and weld one, by all means, go with the spacers. But everything worked out really good. I'm tickled with it. So that is it on the front end. We fixing to start on the back end, so hang around. Don't know when I'll have that video out. But the little girl's fixing to lose a lot of weight back here in this area. You can see I buffed a little spot on the bed. I'm gonna try to get some paint matched up just in a can to kind of blend what I'm fixing to do back there. So hang around for that next video. I'm excited about this. I've cut quite a few Squarebodies down, and we'll talk about this when I start cutting the bed down. I've cut one of these trucks down, but I didn't get to cut the bed down. I just shortened the frame on a 70 model my dad and I built back 06. I'd like to find that truck back. I actually think I've seen it at C10 Nationals. Don't know if it's it, but it looked a lot like it last year at Nashville. So I'm looking forward to cutting that bed down. I don't know why. I mean, the thing looks like it's 10 foot long. These trucks, the wheelbase is shorter than a Squarebody, so there's a whole lot more hanging out on the back than they are Squarebody on a long bed. So getting this and cut down, I think it's going to look pretty good. Get it cut down, get the 5-lug rear end, get some wheels on it. Then we'll start looking into lowering the rear and getting a little bit of rust repair fixed. Then LS time. So hang around. Again, thanks for watching. I would smack the camera like all the cool people do, but I'd end up just knocking my phone plumb out in the yard somewhere. So don't forget, like, comment, subscribe.